Unit 7 deals with marketing channels, distribution channels. So how do we get our product to our clients and our consumers? And it deals with the 4 different types of distribution channels. It's nothing on the exam except maybe multiple choice questions. Those you can find, I'm not worried about. All right, I am worried about topic 8 and topic 10. So that's why we're doing them. All right, we're going to do those first. If we have time, we'll come back to 7 and 9. All right? Now, topic 8, we're talking about price as a focus in the marketing mix. So pricing. How is the pricing done? How does everything come with it? All right? Understand something. Pricing is the only part of the marketing mix that makes us money. Everything else costs us money. Making the product costs us money. Promoting the product costs us money. Putting our product in places costs us money. The only thing that generates revenue is price. Now, the value of the product is equal to the benefit minus the cost. And price is a perception of quality. I have a friend in America, and I'm not lying about this. He was trying to give away a refrigerator, a working refrigerator. He took it out in front of his house. He put a big sign on it and said, "Working fridge, free to anyone who wants it." It sat on the street for a week. Nobody wanted it. His father came over to visit. He took down the sign and he put up a sign and said, "Working fridge, $50. It was stolen the next day. Because if somebody tells you something is free, what do you think? It's not working. What's wrong with it? The quality's bad. If somebody says the price is this, oh, then it has value. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, when we look at this, our perceptions come to, what's important here is the floor and the ceiling. Think of the real world examples. Where is the floor in this room? It's under your feet. Can you go any lower than the floor? Well, you could if you dug into the basement, right? But generally you cannot go lower. So the floor for your price is the lowest you can do that will not lose you money. And the ceiling? It's high above you. How much can you get? That's the ceiling. So if we're walking through the desert, there's an unopened thing of water. We are in the middle of the desert. You are thirsty. What's the ceiling on this?
All what you have?
Whatever I can take off of you.
Yeah.
I might sell it to you for 5 dinar, 10 dinar. You've been in the desert for 2 days with nothing to drink. 100 dinar. 1,000 dinar. Would you pay it?
Because it's a need.
Maybe it's because it's a need that you physically have to have, and you're not going to get it from anywhere else. But mind you, as soon as you get back into Kuwait City, I guarantee you're going to come look me up and get back your 1,000 dinar, right, for a bottle of water. All right, so the deal comes with all of this. Now, the process of setting the price. We have to determine these. All right, we have MCQ questions from this. Really, do I not have anything in here that we have to have? Because if I don't, I'm just going to go right through this fast. All right.
If you have the exam, we can see.
Well, I'm not going to show you that. But setting the price is one of the things. Actually, I don't think we have anything that's big from this that's other than multiple choice. All right, we have things that are on us that are constraints. Okay, this actually comes into, no, it's not one of the questions. There's nothing out of Unit 8 either. Nothing in Unit 7, nothing in Unit 8, nothing in Unit 9 for essay questions. There are MCQ questions. Okay? In 7 there's a couple, in 8 there's a couple, and in 9 there's a couple. So what'll happen is, here's the thing, you're now in Dropbox with me. All of the MCQ questions are in Dropbox. So you now have them. They're not going to send them out to you for like 2 weeks. But you have them, so you can open them and you can start looking for them. The questions as well as the answers are in Dropbox. Okay? So when we look at pricing, though, we got several different ways of pricing. Do I not have, okay, here we go. The relationship between price and demand. This is one of the questions. There we go, yes. Pricing. This is an essay question. Okay? Here's what happens. we have the supply and demand curves. So when the demand for something goes up, what happens to the price? It goes up. If there's high demand, the price goes up. The price goes up. It's a direct relationship between price and demand. When there's a lot of demand, the price goes up. But it depends on supply. Remember, when we're talking about all of this together, we have supply, we have demand, we have price. If I have a high supply and a high demand, the price will go down. If I have a low supply or an average supply and a high demand, the price goes
Up.
up. And if supply goes down, price goes up usually. Okay, this is what we're talking about here. So in some instances, though, what we find is a higher price. So ready, I start with something. This is 10,000 dinar. Anybody want to buy it? Anybody? Well, there's no demand? What? Come on. How about you 5,000 dinar?
Okay, I buy.
Oh, you'll buy?
Yeah.
You know what? If you buy, you know what she'd say? 4,000 dinar. And I'd go, no, 3,000 dinar.
Okay.
2,000 dinar. No, 1,000 dinar. Yes. No, but I'm not talking in the desert. I'm talking right here, right now. If you're in the desert and there's no other source and you're going to die without it, yet you'll pay anything.
I see it is good price
It could be a good price.
for me.
But if you got that kind of money, I can be bribed.
I can kill him and just take the water. Hello.
That works too, you see, but she's vicious. All right? So, except for luxury goods. With luxury goods, the normal thing goes out. A higher price with luxury goods can actually increase demand. So if I've got a Bugatti Veyron and I'm charging $2 million for the car, well, it's a Bugatti Veyron. If you got the money, that might increase the demand. Ooh, I want one. Oh yeah, that sounds really good. I want one too. All right, so normally when the price goes up, demand goes down, except for luxury goods. When the price goes up, often that triggers the demand to go up. Okay? Now, all right, our pricing approaches. Market skimming. This does not have a hint though. All right, market skimming. Here's the word. What does skim mean? Something off, taking the top layer off. So we come out with a product, we charge 1,000 dinar for it, and a couple people buy it. Then I come in a month later and I say, okay, 900 dinar. Some more people buy it. 2 or 3 months go by, 800 dinar. More people buy it. 6 months go by, 700 dinar. I get more. Do you see how each time I'm going just a little bit off? This is what I mean by market skimming. I'm taking off just a few, just a few, just a few, until I get down 5 years later, 100 dinar for the same product. All right? That's market skimming. Ma'am? We're good?
Yeah.
Okay. We have market penetration, which is the opposite. We start at the lowest price we can come into the market at to get people to buy the product. So we start cheap, and then we add expenses. I will use my example, my bachelor's program in the UAE. Our normal operating costs are 2,500 dirham per month. Dirham, not dinar. For my bachelor's level students. Our first year students, 1,000 dirham a month. We're losing money on all of our first year students. And we will until they graduate. Because they got us in the market and they got us 30 students. We're willing to take the loss for the first year. In the second year, we're going to raise the price up to that 2,500 per month. But now we're in the market and we're known. So you can come in cheap. Okay? Loss leader. Supermarkets do this all the time. They will sell something at a loss on purpose. Milk, bread, and eggs are always loss leaders at the grocery store. They charge you less than it costs for them to buy them. It loses them money. Why? What do you have to have? Milk, bread, eggs. You're standing in the grocery store buying the milk, the bread, and the eggs, and you look and go, oh, chocolate. I want that. Oh, apples. I want that. So if you use something, basically the purpose is to bring people in the door
Attractive.
and make it attractive, so they buy it. So I'm willing to sell something that will lose money if once you're in the door, you're going to buy a whole bunch of other things. One of my favorite stores in America is a place called Sam's Club or Costco. I don't know if do you guys have them here? No, but you know what I'm talking about. You buy in bulk. So you go in and you buy 50 liters of mayonnaise. You buy 60 rolls of toilet paper. You buy 12 liters of milk. I would go in to buy milk. We have a large family. Buy my 12 liters of milk. That's all I'm supposed to buy. Because it would be really inexpensive. It would be a loss leader. And I would come out and I would have spent $500 on other things. And my wife was like, why did you do that? It was on the way. I want you to think something about grocery stores. Think about the way a grocery store is laid out. Where is the milk? Almost always.
The back side.
In the back. Where's the bread? In the back.
The corner.
Uh-huh. And the smell of the bread when you're what's that? It's all done on purpose. Because you go in to buy milk and eggs, they're in the back and on the side. You have to walk through everything else to get there. You're walking along, oh, hey, I need that. Oh, hey, I need that. Oh, I need that. Oh, yeah, don't forget the milk. Okay. And then you got to walk back through all of that to get out. Oh, look, there's chocolate. Oh, look, there's a magazine. Oh, look, there's bubble gum. Quite a bit of research has gone into making supermarkets. Almost as much as have gone into making casinos. I want you to think about a supermarket. Do they have big windows in the front that you can see outside? They do it on purpose. Because while you're walking through the Lulus or the Carrefour, you're looking at things, you're losing track of time. You're forgetting how long you're in the store. I only need milk. Milk takes 5 seconds. Are there any clocks in grocery stores? Nope. For the same reason. Once you're in the doors, you don't leave. All right? We got conditional pricing. You got to do something to get something else. So you purchase 200 dinar worth of something, they give you a 50 dinar voucher. You got to buy 2 and you get the third one for free. Okay? These are the product mix strategies. We got MCQs out of them, but not much else. So we got product line. It talks about the line of the product where you can compare them and get different things. So 1 liter is 5 dirham, 1 liter is 8 dirham, but you have different flavors. You got original product. So here you go, optional, I'm sorry. Here's the G5. Are all Mercedes G5s the same? No. They've got 5 or 6 different levels. You've got the cheapest one, and then you've got the one that's just a little bit better with slightly better brakes, maybe a bigger engine. You got the next level that has the seat warmer, and it's got a massager built into the chair, and it's got a moonroof. Each level is a higher price point. Okay? I love this, captive product pricing. Here's a great phrase. Give them the razor, sell them the blades. Gentlemen, it looks like a lot of you shave. What costs more, the razor or the blades that you put in the razor to shave your face?
Blades.
The blades. And they wear out. So we'll give you the razor, but you got to buy the blades. Think about a printer. I know people who buy new printers every 6 months because they buy the printer and it has ink in it. And once they run out of the ink, it's cheaper to buy another printer than to buy the ink. I hear the laughing because people are going, yeah, I've done that, okay. I know people that do it. Actually, the person at my last school, when I was teaching high school, they would buy a new printer every 6 months. But okay, it's the way they wanted to do things. All right, you can buy product pricing. I love this. Kuwait has made trillions of dollars off of this. Do you know why? Petrol that you put in your car was originally a byproduct. It was considered garbage. When they would pump oil out of the ground in the early 1900s, they didn't want petrol, they wanted kerosene. When you do all the conversions to oil to get kerosene, you're left with gasoline. You're left with petrol. And it was considered garbage because kerosene was much more valuable. Please tell me what the #1 exporter from Kuwait is. Oil and petrol. So Kuwait and all of the GCC has made billions of dollars from gasoline, petrol. Here's what I love. This was in China. We're talking about meat. Tongue. Cow tongue. It's meat. It's cheap. Would you eat it? Some of you might. Some of you be like, it's really good. Some of you are like, ain't touching it. It used to be, in the 1920s, liver. How many of you like liver? Anybody? Oh, you guys like liver. I can't stand it. I don't like it. My wife loves it. In America, though, liver was considered garbage. You would go to your butcher and you'd buy your beef, your pork, your chicken, whatever. If you had a cat or a dog, the butcher would give you the liver for free. And you'd feed it to your dog. You'd feed it to your cat. What happened was in the 1930s, when a bunch of people, in the Great Depression, people didn't have jobs, no money, you'd eat any meat you could get. So people started in America eating a lot more liver. Okay? The other one is chicken feet. In China, where I was, the delicacy of the state we were in were chicken feet and chicken heads.
Snacks.
Oh, they were fantastic. They would fry them up. They would also, there are jokes that they say about China that they will eat anything.
I see that.
And that's true. It's true. When I lived there, I ate deep fried worms. I ate chocolate covered ants. I ate deep fried scorpion. I ate ants, yeah.
How can you eat ants?
They take them and they just drop them. Yeah, ants. Even the small ones.
How about lizards?
Huh?
Lizards.
I've had lizard, yep. Snake,
Nice. Great.
dog, cat. But here's the thing, and there's the reason for it that they do it in China. In the 1950s, Mao Zedong, he's the guy who came in power, his ruling class said the reason that China was so poor was that the people who owned the land were thieves. So they took anybody who had a college degree or anybody who owned the land, they lined them up against the wall and they shot them. Da, 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 da. And then they said, okay, you guys, we don't care what you did, you're now farmers. You are going to raise food for everybody. I got a question for you. Who knows how to farm? No, the owner of the farm, who you just lined up against the wall and shot to death. He knows when you need to plant the seeds. He knows when you need to harvest the seeds. He knows everything you need to know. You've just killed him. But now all of you are farmers. Go grow food. For 10 years, China starved. 50 million people died. Because of that, they will eat anything. And they know how to eat anything because they know that. So chicken feet, chicken heads, that's good eating. That's good food.
You don't throw anything.
No, they don't throw anything away.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's a historical fact. Hmm? But they'll eat anything. But because of that, it means byproducts. This is interesting for you, actually. And this is a way that you can make really great business. Look at different industries and see what they throw away. And then try to figure out a way to make that business. Cable spools. You know when they do the cables and they put the cables down for underground cables? And they got the wire on them and they leave the big round spool sitting empty? Do they do that in Kuwait? Do they just leave it sitting? You can make that into furniture. I know people in America who get them, they cut them in half, they flip them over, they fill them up with cushions. You now have a brand new chair and it's $1,000. And they picked it up for free. And they did $20 worth of work to it. Or the really big ones, turn it into a table. A big round table. I have a friend who uses flat car tires. He makes them into planters for vegetables. He puts wood around the outside and wood on the top. Costs him $10. He sells them for $100 a piece. So maybe that's a business idea for anybody that's being entrepreneurial. Find a byproduct that you can turn into a business. Product bundling. We know this one. You buy one thing, you get something else with it for free. Why do businesses bundle things together? To get rid of old stuff. Buy the new thing and I'll give you this old game that I just want to get rid of. Okay? Product range starts at the cheapest and goes to the most expensive. Optional pricing, what are you adding to it? We already did that. We did that, that's extra stuff. And there are no hints in this. So guess what? I'm going to skip these because there are no hints in it. Do you see a hint?
No.
Me neither. That's 8. That's also 9, because we don't need anything for 9. We'll do Unit 10, and then we'll focus on the exam. Is that okay with you guys?
Yes.
You're like, really? You will let us out of here that easy? Yes, in fact, I will. Okay. Let's do topic 10.